Hi everybody, it is Friday, June 28th, 2013. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, you know, Richard Dick Coughlan, I guess this is just a little short reply to you. Um, and I appreciate you allowing me to reply to your video and featuring it on your channel. I'm a big fan of Richard Dick Coughlan. I really enjoy his videos. I always have. Enjoy his anger, his rants. But that doesn't really change the fact that, when I watch that video, okay, what people are telling me is I was supposed to see how ridiculous it is for people to stereotype Muslims. But what I saw was just a lot of stereotypes of Muslims. I saw bacon being offered forth to them. I saw them dancing around with guns being shot in the head. I think that's what it was, not sure. But I saw women in burqas, burqa porn. The common stereotypes, really hurtful things, really. And also partially true, not based on nothing. Not something that can be blamed on Islam, but things that do happen and which frequently are associated with Islam. So hurtful. Now, Richard, I want to ask you a question. Let's just say that Pat Condell watches your video. Pat Condell is a pretty clever old fool. He is pretty bright. I think he can get your jokes. So, do you think that if Pat Condell watches your video, he's going to feel bad? Or is he going to laugh? Is he going to be amused or humiliated? And I think somebody tried to tell me today that he would be humiliated, that he would feel bad about himself if he saw you offering Muslims bacon and talking about women in burqas and talking about terrorists and suicide bombers. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I think that Pat Condell would really like that video. And it was a funny video. I thought it was funny. So, the only thing that prevented me from enjoying it more was that it was all stereotypes. But I don't think that's going to bother Pat Condell. I think he would really love it. And I want to know, honestly, whether you agree. Do you think, honestly, that Pat Condell is going to get the joke and then realize that the joke's on him? Or is he really going to feel like the joke's on the people that he hates? It's not okay. Mockery is not one little thing. There's a lot of different types of mockery. There's a lot of different types of making fun of people. It's a huge thing, okay? And it doesn't just consist of pretending to be a certain nationality or religion. That's not the only thing that you can do. Now, I think that if you mock people because of their religion, mock people because of their race, their nationality, or even their sexual preference based on stereotypes, it's wrong. It's hateful. At the very least, irresponsible. It's not constructive to play on stereotypes, to mock people based on these broad categorizations. Now, I was having a conversation with a guy, and He said, well, yeah, it's okay to mock Muslims. Look at them. They're doing honor killings. They're bad. They're doing this. They're doing that. Sure, we can mock them. And I said, so Muslims are bad. It's okay to mock Muslims. Is this what you're telling me? And Richard, you interjected in that context, which maybe you have no idea about. Maybe you didn't see the other comments. But that was the context that you interjected, and you responded and said, yes, everybody should be mocked. Everything should be mocked. It's okay to mock Muslims. Okay, in a way, that's true. Your Muslim friends, you can mock them in a lot of different ways. But if your Muslim friends are over at your house and you mock them by calling them suicide bombers, asking them where they parked the camel, ask them how did the honor killings go, would you like some bacon, did you know that your prophet's a pedophile, things like that type of mockery is probably not going to go over well. Now, you might have some friend, okay, now he mocks you about being white, and you mock him about being an Arab. Sometimes those things happen. Those are very delicate and unusual arrangements. You don't do that to just anybody. You don't mock just anybody because of their race. And you don't do it on a public forum and think that it's going to go over well. It's just not going to work. So if your idea is that, yes, you can mock Muslims based on their religion, then you're really telling me that you really agree with the very thing that I was calling you out for at the beginning that you say you didn't do, that you object to, right? You're saying that even though you didn't actually do it this time, you might do it in the future because it's totally okay. Which I don't get. I don't get that being a continuation of the argument that we've been having. It doesn't make any sense. That's like a reversal. To me, anyway. But, like I said, I saw the video the whole way through a couple of times. At no point did I get the idea that it was mocking Pat Condell or anybody of his ilk. I just saw a lot of ugly stereotypes. And if you think that those are okay, then basically, you are falling right in line with what I was saying at the beginning, even though you didn't actually do it in this video. Okay, but I don't agree with that. I don't think that, you can mock people in a million different ways, like I said, as individuals, without having anything to do with their race or their religion. And it's totally fine. You can mock your black friends in all sorts of ways and even be vicious, and they'll think that it's funny most of the time. But the minute you put on blackface and start dancing around and doing a jig, it's going to change. It's not going to be pretty. It doesn't matter if in your mind you're against racism and you're a civil rights advocate even, and you're just mocking the idea that it's funny that somebody would play on that stereotype, but they're not going to get it. They're just going to see you dancing around in blackface, and they're going to say, has that fool lost his mind? What does he think he's doing? And they're going to have a reaction sort of similar to mine. So I don't think it's okay to mock people about their religion or their race. And, I'd like to know if you really believe that's okay or not. If you really believe that Islamophobes will see your stereotypes of Muslims and feel bad about themselves. I want to know. Thanks for watching.